Let's start moving. Coming onto fingertips, straight elbows, and rock side to side. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Stick with the long breaths. That will slow down the movements. Let's find your first downward dog if you're ready, spreading the fingertips, heels of the hands flat. Tug the toes, bum up, and pedal. Feel the lengthening in the shoulders still, arms are straight. And taking a few deep breaths with that. While you're loosening the calves and the hamstrings. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Make sure your feet are hip distance. Inhale into a halfway lift to lengthen the back. Exhale, forward fold. Grab the elbows. Swing side to side. Loosening your waist, your calves, your hamstrings. IT bend. One more breath here. Bring the hands back onto the mat and walk forward. Finding high plank, holding it for a couple of breaths. Pushing weight towards the front, shoulders away from the ears. Long upper back, tight core. Take one more inhale and find yourself on your front as you exhale. Baby cobras, mini cobras. Shoulders roll back, pressing feet onto the mat. Inhale, lift head and shoulders. Exhale, bring it back onto the mat. Twice more. Last one. Bring it back onto the mat and let's go for locust straight away. I know it's early days. Reach the fingertips to the back, turn the palms towards the mat. Roll your shoulder blades together. Lift head and shoulders first. Slide tuck in the pelvis, squeezing glutes and lifting legs if it's there. Straight knees, full back extension. Back of the neck is long. Shoulders away from the ears. Take one more inhale. And bring it onto the mat, exhale. Tuck tailbone, sit back into child's pose. Find downward dog again. Hip side to side a few times. Just a gentle stretch in the shoulders down the sides. And come forward into high plank again. Find a long body. Feet hip distance, shoulders, hands shoulder distance. Keep your hands flat and flick both heels to your right. Push your hips up as if you were going into downward dog with this twisted position, making sure right heel flat. Push your bum high up towards the sky and your chest towards the ankles and look towards the ankles. I'm feeling the right core muscles working the obliques. And feeling the stretch in the left side of my core, the left side of my shoulder. Come forward, bring your shoulders to the front. And now let's take it into a side plank position. Feel free to bend the right knee or lift the left arm. Maybe stack the feet on top of each other. Left foot comes on top of the right. Lift the hips slightly higher and shrug your shoulders away from the ears to pinch the shoulder blades together. One more breath here. And find high plank. Feet are turning back, feet hip distance again. Flick them over to your left. Keep the right foot in front of the left heel flat. Push your bum up. Push your chest through. Find a twisted downward dog. Taking long breaths, arms staying straight. Bum is pushing high. Bring your shoulders to the front. Good time to drop the left knee onto the mat. We'll lift the right heel, right hand to come into a full side plank. See if you want to stack the feet. Lift the hips higher, feeling the alignment, the long line. Take one more inhale. And come back into high plank. Feel free to meet me in downward dog, or I'm going through a chaturanga. Inhale forward, exhale sink through. Inhale cobra, upward dog, long back, long neck. And exhale downward dog. Take a breath here, take a stretch in the shoulders. Maybe drop your heels closer to the mat. Small steps towards the front of the mat, keeping heels flat if you can, to lengthen calves and hamstrings. Feet hip distance once you're there. Inhale, halfway lift, long back. Exhale, fold, and let's hold it. Hang your head, see if you want to grab the back of your legs or any other movement that you have you like. Take a couple of breaths. Bring the hands back onto your shins and make your way into standing position slowly. Once you're standing up, make sure your feet are together in the front of the mat. Big toes touching, shoulders back. Tip your head side to side a few times just to make sure there is no tension in your neck. And then once you're back to center, lift through the back. And reach up on your next inhale. Interlace the fingers, index fingers pointing up, Kali Mudra. Straight elbows, long neck. Side bend to your right on your next exhale. Hold it here, turning left armpit to the ceiling. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side bend to your left, turning right armpit towards the sky. Hold. Come back to center. Release the arms, fingertips interlaced again in the back. See if you've got the same Kali Mudra. Index fingers pointing to the mat or loosely interlace. Elbows straight, shoulders back. Slight tuck in the pelvis. Double check that your feet are together so we're ready for a chair. On your next inhale, sit back. Squeeze the knees as you're bending them. Hold. Keep the spine long. Draw your belly button towards your back. See if you can balance and lift the heels off. See if you can still squeeze your knees and ankles together. I'm releasing the arms and sweeping the arms to the front or up towards the sky. Still balancing if you can. On your next inhale, press the heels onto the mat and exhale, forward fold. See if you can frame your feet with your fingertips. Bend your knees maybe more. Getting ready for a standing split. Bend your left knee even more and spread your toes. Start lifting the right heel, hip level only. And keeping the hips square, making sure your right knee straight. And you're turning your right foot and kneecap to the mat, squeezing the right glute. Maybe folding your chest towards the mat, towards your thigh. See if you want to lift slightly higher just for a breath. A bit more stretching the left hamstrings, but gently. Let's do one little squat. I'm bending the left knee and tapping the right knee in the back of the left shin, maybe calf. And then push back up. into another standing split. Inhale. Step into runner's lunge, bend the left knee, step the right foot all the way to the back of the mat. Stay on the fingertips, lengthen the upper back for now. Make sure your back leg is straight. Right heel flat, cartwheel up, warrior two. Take a moment here, turning left knee to the front, bending left knee. Bringing shoulders above the hips, tucking tailbone. Sink a little bit further into that left knee. On your next inhale, reverse the warrior, left arm up in here. And sit into a side lunge onto the left heel, right heel, back of the mat. Hands to heart center, straightening the left leg and taking your time to sit onto the back of the mat. As slow as you wish, or stay higher with me. Long back, feeling inner thigh, stretching left knee straight. Slightly and gently push the left heel into the mat, whether you've got the left toes up or flat. One more lengthening through the back in that position. Pressing the right elbow into the inside of the right knee. And wide-legged forward fold, hands on the mat, bum up, feet parallel. Lengthen the back for a halfway lift, inhale, and exhale, fold. Find your first stretch here, taking your time. See how far you want to reach with the fingertips, with the palm. Tailbone up. Slide bending the knees. Side lunge onto the left heel. Walking hands back to the front of the mat, turning left toes out. And slowly finding the depth, however far you're sitting or staying high. But finding the strong back, the stretch in the right hamstrings, inner thighs. Possibly keeping the left elbow on the inside of the left knee, lifting the chest. One more breath here. And we frame the front foot to runner's lunge. Turn the hips and the left foot is framed by your flat palms. I'm going to bend the left knee and pull the left knee to my nose without touching the left foot onto the mat. Find the core muscles working here. Putting left heel across the right thigh, flexing left foot, and push your bum up into downward dog with that pigeon position in the legs if you can. Once the left heel or ankle is on the right thigh, see if you can completely straighten your elbows and push your bum high. Maybe lower your right heel towards the mat. See if you can push the left knee behind you to possibly get a bit of stretch in your left glute. Shift your weight forward and touch your left knee to your nose again. Drop the left knee for a star pose or right heel flat, fallen triangle. Left arm is straightening out, lifting the right arm. Hips high. Stay here, or if you're in fallen triangle, make sure your right foot is flat and bend the right knee, which means I'm dropping the left hip closer to the mat just once. Straighten the right knee to come back into fallen triangle. And let's meet in three-legged dog. Right hand flat, sweep the left heel high. Squeeze the left glute first, then start stacking hips to open the hips and pull the heel to your bum. Straight arms. On your next inhale, level the hips. Exhale, bring the left knee to your nose for the last time. Tap and step through. Runner's lunge. Come onto the fingertips again. Lovely release on the wrists. Drop the right knee onto the mat. I'm keeping right toes tucked under. Sweep up crescent moon. Take your time to lengthen up. To squeeze the right bum cheek. To tuck your pelvis and bend the front knee. And see if there is a back bend from the top of your back. Keeping your lower back long. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, hands to the heart and twist to your left. Start pressing the right elbow into the left knee. Press the heels of your hands together to create the straight line between the two elbows and point your left elbow up. Press into the right elbow even more. Bend your left knee even more. Create the twist, create the long spine. See if you can lift the back knee off. Right knee comes off the mat, so you're in a high lunge, but keeping the twist. There is a bit more balancing going on. I'm looking at the mat and step the right foot to the front so the feet come together. Twisted chair pose. Once you're there, find that twist if it's not quite there yet. Squeeze the knees together so they come on the same line. Feet together. Sit your bum low and twist further. Keep opening the chest out to your left. See if you can straighten your elbows. Left fingertips pointing towards the mat, and the right fingertips are trying to reach towards the left, towards the sky. Bring the hands back together and feel free to relax, or I'm going to sit my bum onto my heels, lifting the heels off and already thinking about a side crawl pose. You might be ready. If not, you're coming with me, fingertips on the mat, and I'm focusing on twisting. Pressing my right elbow into the left knee and looking over my left shoulder. Squeezing the knees together to create that twist in the spine. And when you're ready, untangle the spine, push your bum up and find a fold. Take a breath. Feet still together, so you're getting ready for the other side. Bend your knees and sweep all the way up into a standing position. Inhale, side bend to your left straight away as you exhale. Inhale back to center, side bend to your right, exhale. Back to center, interlace the fingers in the back to open your chest, the collarbones. Straight elbows if you can, maybe press the heels of your hands together. If you feel brave, interlace the fingers the other way around, which is always difficult. Sit into chair, squeeze your knees together. Make sure there is a slight tuck in the pelvis to protect your back. Long neck, lift the heels for balancing if it's there. On your next inhale, sweep the arms towards the front without losing your balance. Press the heels onto the mat and fold forward on your next exhale. See if you can frame the feet with the fingertips. Bend your right knee and start sweeping the left heel behind you. Left knee straight. Lift the left heel hip level to start with. And then see if you want to take it further, folding forward and lifting left heel higher to feel the stretch in the right hamstrings. Feel the left glute working to lift that left leg, long lever. Left knee straight. Take one more inhale and step to the back of the mat, runner's lunge, exhale. Find a long back, find a long step so your right knee's above the right ankle. Left heel flat, cartwheel up, warrior two. Bring your shoulders above the hips and sink into the front knee. So your front thigh comes parallel to the ground. Slightly turning the right knee outward. And let's reverse flip the right palm and reach. Take a big inhale, keep bending the front knee. Side lunge onto the back of your mat, hands to heart center as you sit over. And take your time to sit further. Left heel, side lunge, lift chest. And hold it for another breath here. See if you want to go through any options. I like to open. It opens my chest. It strengthens my back muscles, but keeping the left elbow on the inside of the left knee and the strong spine. Right-legged forward, we've got a little break here, hands down. Bum up, feet parallel. I'm lengthening the spine one more time for an inhale. And exhale, forwarding, maybe further than before. Take another breath. Side lunge onto your right heel. I'm walking the hands over. I'm sitting my bum low or lower than on the other side. Lengthen through the back again. Slightly press the left heel into the ground just to protect that knee. Going through options. Anything you've got. Feel the strong back. Feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Feel the lines, the long lines. When you're ready, frame the right foot. Turn the hips, runner's lunge. Hands flat if and when you're ready. Bending your right knee and pulling the right heel to your nose, the right knee to your nose. Flex the right foot, pigeon, downward dog. Right heel on the left thigh and start pushing your bum high. Straight arms. And feel that you're pressing your chest towards the ankle. Loosen your neck and press the right knee behind you to feel that stretch in the glutes. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee back to your nose as you shift your weight forward. There is your star pose, or extend the right leg out, left heel flat, fallen triangle, left arm up. Find the stacked shoulders, high hips. If you want to do the extra bit, make sure your left foot is flat and bend the left knee. So my right hip is sinking towards the mat. Lots of work in the right shoulder. Straighten the left knee, find fallen triangle. And let's meet in three-legged dog. Left hand on the mat. Sweep the right heel up high. Squeeze the glute first and start stacking and opening. Left arm straight as you bend the right knee. And hold. Level the hips, inhale, exhale, tap the right knee to your nose again. And step through. Long lunge. Lift the chest on the fingertips. Drop the left knee. Sweep up crescent moon. Take your time with the lengthening. Up towards the ceiling. Squeezing left glute. And see if there is a back bend there. Bending the right knee slightly more. Inhale, straighten up. Exhale, hands to the heart and twist to your right to press the left elbow into your right knee. Press the heels of your hands together, bend the right knee more. Slightly push it out to the right side of the room and feel that you're lifting your shoulder out of that knee. So your spine is longer, you're twisting more. Lift the back knee off, side lunge, left knee straight. Still keeping the twist if you can. I'm looking down for balance, stepping the feet together in the front, twisted chair. Sandwich your feet, your knees are pressing together. You create even more of a twist with long back. Pressing into the elbow. And see if you can straighten your elbows. Point left fingertips towards the mat. If you can, right fingertips towards the sky, but keep the left elbow on the outside of your right knee. I'm trying my best to stack the shoulders. Feel free to relax out of the position or hands back to heart center first. Sit your bum on your heels, lift the heels, and bring the fingertips onto the mat, keeping the twist. You can go for your side crawl if you're ready, or stay with me. I still need to twist. to stretch the back, pressing left elbow onto the outside of my right knee. Just to create that warmth in the back, that twist. And when you're ready, meet me in a forward fold. I'm untangling the spine, I'm pushing the bum up and folding towards the thigh. Sweep up into a standing position, take a big inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to the heart. You've got one sun salutation here to meet me in the downward dog, or you can leave it out. You can come with me or go faster or leave it out. I'm sweeping up, inhale. Exhale, folding. Inhale halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, upward dog. And meet me in that downward dog, feet hip distance. Take a stretch there. We are stretching the quads on your front and then bow pose if you want. Coming forward into high plank position and then find yourself on your front and stay there. Starting with the quad stretch. One ankle at a time is good, or both of them. I'm doing about 3 breaths each way. Pressing knees together, pressing hips onto the mat. See if you can flex that foot or feet you're holding on to. Just to make sure you're not grabbing the feet when you're doing the bow pose. It's the ankle you want to grab. Make sure you can feel the stretch in the front of your thigh or thighs. Long back for now. Try and relax the upper body. And I'm changing sides. Feel free to take a break anytime you need it. But again, if and when you're doing it, knees together, hips pressing onto the mat to feel the stretch in the front of your thighs and no back pain. And relax for a sec. Take a breath here. Take a little time to think about. You're going through 3 poses. Locust as a back extension to strengthen the back muscles. Possibly bow pose into locust and relax. You do that twice. We do it together. If you don't fancy doing the bow pose, please leave it out. You can always do a locust with us, and then maybe another quad stretch in the second round. I'm starting with locust, sweeping the arms around, pointing fingertips to the back, rolling shoulder blades together, finding the back extension on the top, long neck, the squeezing the glutes and the tucking the pelvis, lifting the legs. I've got feet hip distance, and I'm feeling the muscles working in the back of the shoulders, between the shoulder blades, the glutes, the hamstrings. Stay here or flex the feet first. Bend your knees, grab the ankles. Squeeze your shoulder blades and glutes one more time and push the feet into the hands. Let them lift you up, and then lift the knees off the mat if it's there. I'm taking one more breath here, and carefully, without hurting your back, release through locust, which is always hard for me. And release it onto the mat. I'm stacking hands under the shoulders, bending knees, pushing feet side to side. You can do the same, whatever you have been doing, or maybe choose a quad stretch, or anything that suits you. I'm talking you through it, but feel free to ignore me. I'm going for it, feet hip distance, sweeping the arms to the back, engaging shoulder blades first, straight arms, back of the neck is long, tucking pelvis, squeezing glutes and lifting legs. Checking in with the back, there is no tension there. Long neck. I'm flexing feet, bending knees, grabbing ankles. Engaging shoulder blades and glutes one more time to kick into the hands, and then lift the knees off. And I'm releasing through locust, gently and carefully. You still need to keep the back muscles engaged, the glutes, the hamstrings. One more lengthening through the crown of your head and the toes. And bring it onto the mat. Relax your head on your hands again. Push your feet side to side. Find your downward dog in your own time. Slowly and carefully on the back. You might not want to do a press up now after a back extension. And you might want to breath in child's pose. Take another breath here. Make your way to the front of the mat. Feet together once you're there. One more halfway lift, inhale. And exhale, fold. Sweep up into a standing position. Reach up straight away, Kali Mudra. Starting straight away. On your exhale, side bend to your right. Straight elbows if you can. Inhale back to center. Exhale, side bend to your left. Come back to center. Interlace the fingers in the back. Start opening your collarbones. Straight elbows to open the chest. Sit into chair pose on your next inhale. Lift the heels to balance if it's there on your exhale. Start sweeping the arms to the front. Inhale. Press the heels onto the mat and fold as you exhale. See if you can frame the feet straight away. Lift the right heel, standing split. Take your time. Start folding further. You've got 2 breaths. Step to the back, runner's lunge. Slowly land the right foot. Right heel flat cartwheel up, warrior 2. Sink into the front knee, rearrange that left knee pointing to the front. Reverse the warrior left arm up, inhale. Exhale, side lunge to the back of your mat. 3 breaths, plenty of time to have the options. Wide-legged forward fold. Take one more breath here. It's really just a break. And maybe to take your hamstring stretch further, inner thigh stretch. Side lunge onto the left heel. Find your way there. Find the depth. 3 breaths. Runner's lunge in the front. Frame the left foot, hands flat, flip the hips. Bend your left knee and pull the knee to the nose. Pigeon down with the left heel on the right thigh. Bum up high. Inhale. Push high, press the right heel towards the mat and press the left knee behind you. Exhale. Take a big inhale. Exhale, bring the left knee back to your nose. Shift the weight forward. Star pose or fallen triangle. Extending left foot out, right heel flat, right arm up. See if you want to bend the right knee. Just run a slow single movement and push it back up. Three-legged dog, right hand flat, left heel up. Lift high, inhale. Exhale, stack the hips, elbows straight. You've got one wild thing if you want to flip the dog and land the left foot behind you. It's a quick one. And opening the shoulders up. I'm holding it for one more breath. And let's meet in runner's lunge. I'm turning through straight away, bringing the left knee to the nose and step through. Right knee flat on the mat. Sweep the arms up, crescent moon. Lengthen up first. On your exhale, slide back, bend the front knee. Straighten up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart and twist to your left, pressing the elbow into the knee. Keep lengthening through the back, keep twisting and bending the left knee. Straighten the back leg, high lunge. I'm looking down for balance, stepping the right foot to the front. See if you can keep the twist. Toes together. Bend your knees. Feel the inner thighs working. Feel the twist. Straighten the elbows if it's there. Option to meet us in a forward fold, or I'm sitting onto my heels. Hand palms flat if you can. Your right tricep is the tray for the outside of your left knee to tip into. A crow pose. Side crow. Stack the knees. And then once you've done it, land, untangle. Everyone is in a forward fold. I'm going to take another breath here in case you're finishing it off. No rush. Make sure your feet are together, front of the mat. Bend your knees and sweep up into standing position. Kali Mudra as you reach up in here. Side bend to your left, exhale. Inhale back to center, side bend to your right, exhale. Back to center, inhale. Start opening the collarbones, interlace the fingers in the back. Open the chest and sit into chair pose when you're ready. Long neck, long lower back. Balance, lift the heels, squeezing knees and ankles if you can. Sweep the arms to the front. And when you're ready, press the heels onto the mat and fold forward. Lift the left heel, standing split slowly. See if you can frame the right foot. Take your time. You've got about 3 breaths here to make sure you lift high. Fold closer to the thigh. To feel the stretch in the right hamstrings and lots of work going through my left glute. Left knee straight. Take one more inhale. And step into runner's lunge. Left foot steps to the back gently. Check that your right knee is above the right ankle. Left heel flat, warrior 2, cartwheel up. Sink into the front knee, rearrange the feet if you need to, shoulders away from the ears. Reverse the warrior, right arm up in here. Side lunge onto the left heel. Exhale. Find the depth. 3 breaths to go through any options you want. Make sure your back is strong. Make sure your right knee is straight. Hands on the mat, wide-legged forward fold. Great time to go for your headstand. Otherwise, I've got about 3 to 5 breaths. I've got 2 more breaths. Make it controlled if you're coming out of the headstand. Beautiful. And meet me on your right heel side lunge. Once you've settled in, start the 3 long breaths. Frame the right foot, hands flat, flip the hips, runner's lunge. Bend the right knee to the nose. Pigeon downward dog, right heel across the left thigh, bum high. Push the right knee behind you, arms are straight. Feel the stretch in the shoulders at the same time if you can, but I'm feeling the glute stretching as well. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the right knee to your nose again. Fallen triangle. Extend out, left heel flat, left arm up. Star pose is always good. I'm bending the left knee slowly, sinking the right hip towards the mat. Push back up, fallen triangle. And push up into 3-legged dog. Left hand down, right heel up high. Squeeze the right glute, start opening the hips, stacking. Left arm straight, heel to bum. Stay here or flip the dog. Wild thing. Lifting high if you're doing it, opening the chest to the sky. One more breath. Bring the right knee to the nose again. Going through that plank position. Pull the knee to the nose and step through. Runner's lunge. Right foot in the front. Drop the left knee. Crescent moon. Sweep the arms up. Lengthen up first. I'm also doing column mudra here. Engage the core and slide back, bending the front knee. Lengthen up, inhale. Exhale, hands to the heart and twist to your right. Start pressing the elbow into the knee to create the twist in the back. Long back. Straight line between the elbows. Bend your right knee even more. Let the back stretch. Your lower back, your upper back. I'm lifting back knee off. That will release the hips. So you might be able to twist further, but your back is long. You're still pushing the right knee out to the side. I'm looking down for balance and stepping the feet together in the front. Press the knees together, twist further with the long back. Straighten the elbows if you can. Keep the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Reach right fingertips to the sky. Try and stack the shoulders. And you can release out of it or sit down with me. And either fingertips down to twist just like before. Or see if you can bring the hands a shoulder distance flat. Use your tricep as a shelf to dip your weight into it. Take your time, meet me in the front, feet together, forward fold. So take your time to untangle, take your time to finish it off if you're still hanging out there. Let's sweep up into a standing position once you're there, no rush. Take a big inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Guys, meet me in downward dog, sun salutation or not. Sweep around, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Hold it for a breath. Hold it in downward dog. It's 1:48. I've got a hip flexor stretch, lizard. Right leg steps on the outside of the right hand. Drop the left knee when you're ready. You know your options. Do what you need to do. I'm untucking left foot, turning right toes out. Outside edge of your right foot, and I'm swinging the hip side to side as far as you wish. If your left knee can take it, lift the chest to get deep inside the left hip flexor, the front of your left hip. This is when some of you want to go onto the elbow, which probably works for you. Go with that. Or see if you want to stay on the hands with me and press the right heel of the hand into the inside of your right knee. But open the heart up rather than pushing the right knee out too far. Keep bending the right knee. And now it's getting really deep inside my hip flexor. And I need it. There's a lot of tension there. Stay here or reach the right arm back for the quad stretch. But please be careful with the left knee if you're pulling the heel onto your bum. Try and open the heart up again. Bend the right knee even more. And let's meet in downward dog. Slowly I'm bringing the hands onto the mat, rounding the back and stepping into downward dog. Before we do the other side, I'm going to do a poppy, dropping the knees onto the mat. Don't feel free to go for the other side. It is 150 on mine. If you're with me for poppy, I'm walking the hands to the front. I'm tucking the toes under, keeping the hips above the knees and dropping the arms, nipples, armpits through, straight elbows. And then I'm tucking the tailbone on the very top. So I'm drawing the belly button away from the mat. And most of the stretch is going through the front of my shoulders. It's active. We won't be here for too long. And then very, very slowly come out of the position, walk the hands back. And then let's do the other side, lifting the bum up high, downward dog, and stepping the left foot on the outside of the left hand for a lizard. I'm dropping the right knee once you're there, untucking the right toes. Lift the chest, drop onto the outside edge of the left foot, and see if you want to swing the hip side to side, which will get deep inside my hip flexor, but I feel it down the sides of my core. My right side is stretching off to the side planks. I'm feeling my lower back, but in a nice way as well. And this is when you might want to go onto your elbow, maybe right first. You might be possibly put the left elbow onto the mat, or stay on the hands with me and press the left heel of the hand into the insides of your knee to lift your chest up. Open up, right arm straight here. Keep bending that left knee. And I'm reaching back for the quad stretch. Left arm is reaching to the back if it's there. And being very careful on your knee if you're pulling the heel onto your bum. Sinking the hip low by bending the left knee. And straightening the right arm if you're with me. And then let's release it off. Let's meet in downward dog. Make sure you engage the core muscles first as you step back. Find yourself on your bum. I'm crossing the ankles behind the wrists, sitting through the ankle, and let's do a wide-legged forward seal it. Find some space. I'm lifting the heels. I'm Moving around slightly to lengthen the back to find the stretch already, making sure our knees are happy. Just a couple of side bends here before we go to the front. I'm sliding one hand out, opening the shoulder away from that leg, reaching up first, and then leaning across. Try your best to keep that bum cheek flat. Turn the armpit up. Have the arms wherever they feel good. Some of you might want to reach in the front. You can use the elbow to actually press onto the inner thigh and turn your shoulder up. But pay attention to that bum cheek, the sitting bone, keep it flat. I'm circling the hand onto the mat before sitting back up, lengthening the back, and then starting the other side. Again, making sure the hip bones stay flat, the sitting bones, I'm lying, sorry. And then turn the shoulder away from that leg you're leaning towards. Reach high and over. Keep turning your armpit up to create that nice alignment. Then make sure you get to the sides, your obliques, possibly your lower back. Use your out breath to lengthen the side. And then circle the hand all the way onto the mat. Sit back up. Again, rearrange the stance if you need to. Well, that's a seated position. And then find your forward fold somewhere. Take your time. Think about flat back to start with. And then you round the back as much as you need to, or as much as you want to, as long as you're not hurting your back. And then close your eyes. Get to the point where you feel the stretch and take 5 long breaths. Ease out of the stretch slowly. I'm leaning back onto my hands. I can tilt my pelvis upward, shaking the legs out slightly, and then closing the legs. Help of the hands is probably appreciated for the muscles. And then once you're there, one more forward fold. And you can decide whether you want the feet together. I like the long diamond shape because it stretches my back as well. Soles of the feet together, and my heels are far away from my bum, and I'm reaching under the calf. You might not like that, so feel free to fold towards the thighs. Quite different stretches, but maybe try both. See which one you feel you need on your back, on your hips, on your hamstrings. Try to relax the head, the back of your neck, whichever you choose. And start sitting back up slowly. let's go into our backs. You can make it slow or fast. I'm going to sit back with straight knees. I always find that harder, flexing the feet. And I'm rounding the back over the thighs, pressing heels onto the mat. You might want to point the toes and then slowly roll the spine onto the mat, vertebra by vertebra. But you don't have to put yourself all through that. Just go onto your back. And then once you're there, we finish with a spinal twist. I'm crossing the right thigh over the left, closing the gap between the two thighs. Just hug them into your chest. If you have a different spinal twist, please feel free to do that. Arms in a T and dropping both knees across to my right. You might prefer it the other way around, or as I said, any option you choose. Turn your head over to your left, so you turn your head away from the knees. Settle into the stretch. And take 5 long breaths. Slowly bring it through the center. Cross the legs the other way around. I've got left thigh on top of the right. Bringing knees into your chest. Drop them over to your right if you're coming with me. Oh, no, I'm lying over to your left. Keeping sure the blade's flat and turning your head over to your right. Find a stretch. And find your 5 long breaths. I'm staying on my side, so I'm bringing the right arm over to my left, untangling the legs. So I'm in a side lying position for another breath. With the help of your hands, find a comfortable seated position so we can finish it with the neck stretches. And once you've found the long neck, long back, drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Change sides. Drop the chin to the chest. Hold it for a breath. Feel the back of your neck, your shoulders. Roll your head all the way around one way. Change direction. Once you're back to center, lift your gaze, lift your chin, sweep the arms up in here. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.